Hello, my name is Sebbi, and welcome back to the coffee break in Minecraft. Today is Wednesday, June 20th, 2018. So, we are super close to the summer solstice. Tomorrow is summer solstice, and yeah, I haven't decided yet if and what I will do. I mean, I really like to do something on this specific day. It's just, well, it's just a normal day. It's almost an arbitrary day. But on the other hand, when you think about the fact, okay, there is something going on that connects us with the entire solar system, more or less. I mean, that's the point when the days start to get shorter again in the northern hemisphere. It's the longest day and the shortest night, so it's all the time some kind of interesting day, more or less. So I'm interested to do something, but I'm not quite sure what I can do. Also, it's not that easy to find someone who's interested in doing something with me tomorrow, because yeah, everyone is busy. I mean, I'm super busy, but all the other people are also busy, so it's super hard to find a good opportunity to do something together, which in itself is just a super sad realization and fact, because yeah, I mean, I like to do something in the evening, but all my colleagues or friends are either too tired or still working, and even I'm working quite late and quite long, so that's really bad. That's super disappointing and a little bit even concerning. I mean, where's the life? Where's the life in this entire transaction, what we are doing here? But yeah, that's a problem. So I'm also considering maybe I should do something today already and tomorrow, of course, as well. But I'm not quite sure. It's yeah, maybe I will go outdoors for a bit today and go to the riverbanks of the mine or so. Maybe this could be something I could do. But yeah, I don't know. I have to continue to think about it. Also, it's super hot, so it would be nice to do something in the evening, because yeah, once again, I'm reporting from my 35 centigrade hot office, and yeah, that's not pleasant. That's not pleasant at all. On the other hand, when you're outdoors, especially when the sun gets lower, it gets really comfortable, and then the fun of the summer starts. But yeah, haven't decided yet. But I really like to do something tomorrow, just because it's summer solstice, and that's just something super cool, something that blows your mind when you really start to think about it. So yeah, that's where we are, and yeah, I'm still in the process, I'm still trying to figure out what I can do with my rail system. Some additional suggestions were made. One suggestion was to build some kind of underground cave system and have a lot of shiny things inside of this rail system underground, so that it's like like an adventure. So when you drive through this tunnel and you see all those shiny things. On the other hand, I'm not quite sure if this is really feasible, because minecarts are relatively fast. And so I'm not quite sure if you really appreciate all the details, or, well, you can do this multiple times in order to really appreciate them, but I think it's quite complicated to get things right. So in this case, I'm not quite sure. Then the most logical thing, of course, is from the tower to my storage room, but I already discussed this quite a lot, that this maybe is not a good thing to do. In this case, yeah, I'm still not decided yet what I can do, what I shall do. There are some possibilities, but none of them seem to be really good. roller coaster, or well, this connection to this vantage point might be good, but yeah, not sure. There was also a suggestion for future projects I could do, and one thing is to build a ship. And I think building a ship is really a neat idea, and it's a complex idea. So that's why I'm up here, because I just wanted to scout a little bit the region and see. We have here some open water, and having maybe a ship here, right in the middle, right where this little island is, could be cool because it's a perfect spot. However, I'm not quite sure. I need to continue on to search for a different place, maybe where I can have a ship or so. Maybe also in the direction of my lighthouse or so. Let's go over to the lighthouse. And yeah, speaking of being busy, speaking of being very long time at work, this week was also insane, super insane. I mean, Monday was okay because I started a little bit later than usual because of the fitness in the morning, the sports in the morning. So that's definitely a plus. But yesterday I started before, I think I was at work at 7:30 or so, and I stayed there until 9:30 or so. So it was really a very long day, and today was quite similar. Well, I haven't stayed until that late, but I started also quite early and stayed until past 6 p.m. or so. So it also long day tomorrow, and the next days will be similar, just because there are once again deadlines. Of course there are deadlines, and currently there is, well, all the deadlines are on June 30th, so things are really getting busy. On the one hand, I have to get the accepted papers ready for publication. That means for the review process, you have to anonymize them. And now I have, of course, to add details to it. I have to make sure that everything is now okay, that the right project name is used and so on. So that's definitely a thing I have to do. Then I have to change this one paper from full paper from 8 pages to 2 pages, which also will take some work. Then there's also a different call for papers that is due on June 30th. So there's this paper also has to be finished. So yeah, that's a lot of work, and that's also the reason why I am working that much to just get everything done. And so that's crazy. That's definitely crazy. There is a question. There's a question related to this. Elonis asks, are you now still able to submit this main paper in future as a full paper somewhere else? Or is this option not available anymore if you publish it as a poster? That's a good thing, because you can publish things again that are just published as a poster. So basically, poster is a good thing to just get your idea out, to present your idea, and later on you can still publish a full paper, and yeah, without any problems. And it's also good because then you have 2 publications at once, so that's super cool. And in this case, it's not really a bad result. It's actually quite good. That okay, over here we are too far away from all those things. We don't even see, we barely see the lighthouse, and from the lighthouse, when I look now over here, the area around the lighthouse is not that appealing that I would really like to say, okay, let's build a ship there. I mean, here's also a lot of open water. Maybe I can do this. I have to think about it. Maybe this would be also a nice spot to have a ship here. But I guess this would also require some advanced terrain modifications and so on. So yeah, not quite sure about that. But yeah, so basically it's not that bad to go for a poster and later on for a full paper, because then your idea is out. You can say, hey, I already published this idea and you're too late or so. So in this case, it's good. But seen from my perspective, I mean, I tried to get this thing out for quite some time, and Yeah, now I have to work on the thing again. I'm basically just tired of it. I can't see it anymore, and I have to see it again because it's not accepted in its full paper version. So that's quite a nuisance, but oh well, it is what it is. So I have just to deal with it. And let's get rid of those eggs. So yeah, I still can publish it again, and I'm even having some ideas how I can do this, and where I can, where's still a little bit the question, but I do have some ideas how I can connect it with some other things, so that's okay. But yeah, it will be some additional work, which always is, well, it's not bad, but it creates additional work, and I'm already that busy, so that's not great. So yeah, that's where we are right now, and speaking of the weekend, yes, speaking of the weekend, there's also a thing I haven't good plans for tomorrow for summer solstice, and ooh, creepers, two of them at once. So let's do this, and let's do that, and this. All right, very nice. Now let's get the good old sword out. Alley-oop. Ooh, hi. A third creeper. Wow. This thing had some camouflage on it. Ooh. This was a surprise. Oh, wow. This was shocking. This was super shocking. Alrighty then. Yeah, weekend. I really like to go hiking again this weekend, and it should be, according to the weather forecast, a cooler weekend, which would be perfect for going out. But on the other hand, yeah, there's still some work left to be done, and it would be also nice to just relax, to just lie around somewhere and relax, do nothing or so. So I'm not quite sure. I haven't decided yet what I will do the weekend. Need to continue thinking about it, and yeah, maybe decide in an instant or so. So we will see. We will see. I will definitely keep you posted about what was going on the weekend or so. I got also another question from Matthew regarding the answer of if I drink coffee and so on. I revealed that the French press used in my thumbnail is the French press I'm using to prepare my very own coffee, and so the question is, does a French press makes the coffee better? Well, personally, I think yes. Personally, I really like the taste that comes out of the French press. It's, to me, the best coffee. However, there are so many different ways how you can brew your coffee, and so I'm not really the person that can really say, okay, that this is the best way to do coffee, but it's the way of coffee I like the most so far, and so yeah, I can really recommend it. It's delicious. It's very delicious to drink some French press. We also have a huge French press at work, and it's just crazy how quickly the coffee. Oh no, yes, I have this sign there. I was reading the sign. I was thinking, okay, I'm not that stupid that I jump into this thing again, and you saw what I did. You saw what I just did. Oh man, this was close. This was super close. Where was I? Yeah, French press. Yes, we do have a super huge French press at work. We get about 1.5 liters of coffee out of this French press, so it's a lot. But yeah, especially in the morning, this amount of coffee is consumed quickly. So yeah, we have a high demand for coffee right now, but I mean, we need it. It's our fuel. It's a fuel that we need to consume to be able to work or so. here's my, I could build a rail thing around this improvised volcano or so. This would be also a thing. But yeah, I don't really, I think the best spot I found was next to the airport for the ship. And concerning Ilona's idea with the underground cave, let's get back to the mine. I have this huge open thing. If this thing also is not great, I think I go just for the vantage point, because it gives me the opportunity to take a look at my surroundings, at my environment, at my world, and I can get there by train, which would be super cool, and it would connect a few things. Maybe this is the thing I should just start, and then I see if I like it or if I need to improve it or so as we go. So maybe this is really a thing I should just do it. Just do it. This is all the time a good recommendation. I answered this coffee thing. Do I wanted to say something else about coffee? I don't think so. No, I think that's about it. So let's go to the last question from Matthew so far. Which statistical package do you use? No, I mainly use R and Python, but I was trained on SPSS and did a bit of SAS and MATLAB. Thanks for your time, and as always, a great coffee break. By the way, okay, this is a follow-up question. This is a coffee question. We will answer this in the future episode or so. Which statistical package do you use? I use R. I use R as well. My main statistical training came from a Coursera course. So this is online course platform, and yeah, there I learned the basics of statistics, and the professor used R, so I found R quite okay. R was getting the job done, so this was good, and I was quite pleased with R, so I stick with it, and I'm still using R for all my statistical analysis. Of course, I'm not quite sure. I'm super interested in learning how to use SPSS. One of my friends has used SPSS a lot, and I really like to ask her, or I really hope that one day she can show me how to use SPSS, because I'm really interested in the system. I really like to learn more about it, but I don't really have the time myself to work myself into the system, so I basically need someone who gives me a crash course or so to just know more about it. Yeah, so this also is not that great. Maybe we can use some part of the main mine or so. But I think we really have to go for the vantage point thing. Yeah, I just use R. Never used Python or MATLAB or anything else. I'm just an R person. Just plain R, with of course some additional packages you can download. I think it's really nice. It really gets the job done. The only thing is it's a little bit tedious getting all the scripts done. I mean, for those of you who have no idea about statistics and how everything works, you might think of Excel. Excel, this is just creeper. Those Excel tables, and you can do calculations on them and so on. Yeah, sure, great, but that's not exactly where am I actually going. I'm going to a place where I've been, but I'm not quite sure where actually this leads me again. So this is cool. R is more or less like a console. It's or like a terminal. So you have to write things if you want to compare a few things or so. You don't just open a menu or so and say, okay, please compare column 1 with column 2 or so. No. You have to write some scripts and so on, and then R is doing the thing. So it's quite tedious to write those scripts instead of just using a graphical user interface, and everything is complete. But it's still nice. It's still quite nice. And as I said, it gets the job done, which is the most important thing, I guess, I feel. So, yeah, that's why but I'm also interested in SPSS. SPSS is a little bit like Excel, more or less. It's really developed for statistical analysis, so it really helps you to do statistics, and it's super cool. It's I guess a nice thing. It's an advanced Excel, more or less. So yeah, that's cool. That's super nice. Okay, I think I can also answer the follow-up question. By the way, do you drink coffee during the coffee break, or is it just the serious name? No, I don't drink a coffee while I'm talking, because in the end I would just spill the coffee over my keyboard or so, and yeah, cause a lot of problems. So in this case, yeah, I'm not drinking coffee while I'm doing this, but often I drink coffee, well, if I record in the morning, I drank some coffee just before recording, so it's a little bit connected, and it's basically just the title, because in the end, if you have a coffee break, you often talk with your friends or colleagues or so, and you just chat about random stuff. And I feel this is a little bit the same thing with the series. I mean, although I'm not drinking coffee, maybe you are drinking coffee while you're watching the series, so then we also have a coffee break, which would be super cool. But yeah, it's just like, okay, this is like the format. We are sitting together, we are just talking about things, we are discussing things as you do during a coffee break, and then at the end you disassemble again and go back to your normal life, and you still feel refreshed because you get some new ideas, you get some new impressions, some new thoughts or so, which is super cool, and hence the name Coffee Break. I think that's the reason behind it. Yeah, I think drinking coffee while doing this would slow everything down. The coffee would be either too hot at the start of the episode or too cold towards the end of it, and getting the right time that you drink the coffee while it's still tasting good is also complicated. So in this case, it would just cause so many more problems when I would try this. So I'm not trying it. Yeah, that's where we are. This has covered more or less all the questions I've received so far. So I need more. Please provide me with more questions, because otherwise next episode will be, oh dear, there's another creeper. Next episode will be quite boring when I don't have something to talk about. So yeah, please provide me with some questions. Please submit them, send them in via the comment system, and then we will see. What I can talk about. Oh man, I have so many bows. That's also crazy. Such a collection of bows. Maybe at some point I will combine them or so, but I have my perfect bow, the sniper, so I don't want to do this. We already have the plan with the sword. This will take place on episode 400 to celebrate episode 400. Right, Cat? Right. Yes. Cat agrees. Oh, ship, right. We do have the map, so let's just see. We are here. The airport is here, so we looked into this, and I think here's maybe the spot where I thought here I could build the ship. And the tower is somewhere around here. There we have some water. But yeah, in this direction there's not so much open water for a ship. So I guess it's really this spot. Yeah, down here it's way too busy, or this spot. But I think this spot looks a little bit more interesting. So yeah, we still haven't done anything, but I hope you have enjoyed this episode nevertheless. I hope you will be joining me next time. So thank you so much for watching. Until then, my name is Sebbi. See you!